What's up?
Hey, what's up? How are y'all doing?
We're coming to you from the great planet of Oogie Boogie.
How you
our
like
hats?
this? Yeah.
We are aliens. No, we got our lamps going on in the back, and it's kind of a
Lamp.
weird effect.
Kind of looks like her head has a hat on that's
Yeah.
glowing. Interesting idea for an invention. Whoa, we have a cat fight. Sorry, guys, this is
Cats are
weird.
going crazy.
What are you doing? Did you see a ghost or something?
He's chasing her.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
anyway,
Wish y'all could see that.
There's Minnie, the inspector. She's
Right.
checking out to make sure we're doing everything right. But we just wanted to get on here, give you a couple of minutes of updates and tell you some of the stuff that's going on and give you an update about our giveaway and talk to you about what we're going to do in the next few videos. And I apologize, I hadn't put the Halloween video up yet with the kiddos and all that, but just haven't had the time because we started a project.
We did. And we finished it, kind of, like the leg of this project, right?
Yeah. It's an ongoing project. Some of you may have seen her live, which didn't work out real well.
No.
But we were installing a microwave over our oven range that has been sitting in the corner of the kitchen for months and months and months. And
Now you have kitty ears.
yeah, no, I'm kidding.
It's cute.
So anyway, we got that project done, and I did do a tutorial how to hang a microwave above your stove. So I'm going to put that video together once my phone charges and get that posted. You may see 2 videos out of us tonight. I don't know.
Maybe.
This one's going to go up, and then that one. But
And it has a kitchen tour, right?
yeah, it has a kitchen tour at the end, so you got to watch to the end.
Now it's not finished.
No.
We've got a ways to go.
We got several steps to go. And we talk about that in that video, so I'm not going to talk about it now. But we're trying to get as much done in the kitchen before Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving is only, is Thanksgiving the 23rd? Yeah, it's the 23rd. And what day is the day? I have to look at my watch because I don't even keep track. It's the 10th.
Oh, the 10th, okay.
We got less than 2 weeks Thanksgiving, so we're trying to get as much done in the kitchen before Thanksgiving. We made it through last year with the kitchen in disarray, but I'd like this year to be more room, more space.
Yeah,
So-
we kind of extended that renovation a little too long, didn't we, dear?
Yeah, we just got
We
lazy
kind
and
of
got
took
burned
a
out.
break from it.
Because it was a
Yeah.
lot of work, and you'll hear about that in other videos. But anyway, speaking of Thanksgiving, what do you guys, we want you to tell us in the comments. Drop us a comment. What are y'all's Thanksgiving
Traditions.
traditions? What do you do? Do you ignore it? Do you pretend it doesn't exist? Do you go to Black Friday shopping afterwards?
Do you go out to a fancy meal? Even oceanfront, we've done that. We've
Yep,
gone to an oceanfront all-inclusive
Buffet?
$200 a person buffet.
Yeah.
Yes, before.
Oh, yeah, and that was a good story. I'll tell you that story. We went to a buffet. I don't remember if it was
It might have
Christmas
been
or
Christmas,
Thanksgiving.
though, not Thanksgiving.
But we took a huge, we had foster children at the time. And we took a huge family of kids and us out and our own children to this Christmas buffet. And it was like, I don't know, $400 or $500.
But it was heavenly. We got our own private waiter for that whole time.
Yeah.
Literally, it was, a reservation only thing. And each table had their own private waiter.
Yeah, but it wasn't that big a deal because it was a buffet. I mean, all we had to do was keep our drinks filled.
But it was oceanfront.
But it was oceanfront. But
And it was beautiful. It was like the food was heavenly and everything was amazing.
But the crazy thing was they didn't tell us that they automatically add the gratuity to the bill. So when I got the check, it didn't show the gratuity. So I wrote, like $100 gratuity on there because it was close to $500. And then when we started looking at our checking account later, the dude got tipped twice.
And he didn't tell us.
He didn't tell us. So we had to call the restaurant, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, he didn't tell you?" And I'm like, "No. Why would you think I'd give another $100 tip? I got 7 kids or whatever it was." I said, I can't afford all that. And anyway,
I mean, we weren't poor, but we weren't rich.
yeah, but anyway, I think they ended up letting the guy go because he had done it to a couple customers.
Right.
So anyway, that's that story. But tell us what you guys do for Thanksgiving. Do you like to watch the football games? Do you watch the parade? Do you have a big family over? Is it just a small gathering? Do you do it at a different time? Just tell us everything you do at Thanksgiving. And if you've got special family traditions that you think we might like to try, then let us know. That'd be cool. We'd like to try new things. Our family is morphing. Our children are in their late 20s and having their own children, and they are starting to develop their own traditions, which leaves Papa and Nana left out once in a while.
But we're doing new traditions,
Yeah,
which
but
is
we're
neat.
starting
It's
new
different.
things, yeah.
Years ago, when our children were little, we did things differently. Some years we decided, we're not going to cook, and we're going to go for these fancy, very fancy, super fancy restaurants and get all dressed up and everything, and have a beautiful time with piano. They had piano music. Well, that was really nice, and they also had harp music, didn't they, dear?
Yep.
So,
but yeah, nice. I mean, what I was trying to say was the kids are developing their own traditions, and sometimes that doesn't always include us, right, which is fine, because we have to find new things to do.
We do. Right?
And we're in a different stage of life than our children, and that's wonderful, but they've got some new things. They've introduced us to some traditions, new things, and we just like to hear what you guys do for traditions. So drop us a comment. So moving on from Thanksgiving, because we can't spend
we weren't going to tell them what we do for Thanksgiving, or is it just too much of a hodgepodge? Because every year is different for us now.
Yeah. We'll do that when we get closer to Thanksgiving.
Right.
After we get everybody's comments, then we'll read through people's comments.
Okay, we can do that.
Then we'll tell what we do.
All right.
And what we might like to try. But anyway, we have been promising a giveaway for a long time.
Yes,
in case you don't know, you haven't watched all our videos yet, you need to go back and watch them all. But in case you haven't, when we get 500 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway. Every time we get 500 additional. So it's going to be when we hit 500 subscribers, when we hit 1,000, when we hit 1,500, when we hit 2,000, so on and so forth, all the way up to when we finally have 1 million subscribers.
But it seems that we made 500 really fast, and suddenly we had 700 like right away.
Yeah.
And it gave us no chance or no time to set everything up.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I'm going to give a lot of shout outs here to Vivian.
Yes.
Because we went and visited Vivian. She put us up on her channel. We talked about it on ours. And we were at 250 subscribers. When we left to see Vivian, I was just texting my kids and saying, hey, we just hit 250 subscribers. That was really slow growth. We saw Vivian, and then over that weekend, I mean, we shot up to like 600 subscribers in no time. And since then, now because our audience is growing and YouTube is putting our videos higher up in the search, we are right now at 750 subscribers. So we're trying to get this giveaway done before we hit 1,000, because we'll have another giveaway. But once you are a subscriber, you don't have to enter anymore. You are entered for every drawing forever. So that's just how that works. But the key I keep mentioning, you have to be a registered person. You can't just be an anonymous YouTuber. You have to use your account to subscribe to us so we know who you are. So if you win, we can contact you.
Right.
But we are going to do a giveaway on November 17th. And I know it's close to Thanksgiving, but it's still a week away from Thanksgiving. So it's going to be live.
Right.
And we are going to announce it at least a day ahead of time, like a preview or whatever. So if you're subscribed and you have the notification bell, ding, ding, you will get a notification that the giveaway is a day away. So you will know when to tune in. We're going to try to make it later in the evening, like 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, to make sure folks are at home, from work if you work, and you'll have the chance to watch and see if you win. But we're trying to make sure that we can get that done. Go ahead.
Well, we would like to also add a Q&A at this time. Not only the drawing or the giveaway, but we are also going to do a Q&A. So if you guys have any questions for us, like where are we? Well, we're about to tell you where we're originally from, but anything that we haven't told you that you'd like to know about us, we'd love to answer that for you, and that way we can get to know each other better. And we'd love to know where you guys are from. So drop that in the comments as well. We'd love to know where you're from.
As long as you're comfortable with that. If you don't want people knowing
that's true.
where you're from, don't. But and you can always email us. I don't put the email in the description all the time, but you know the name of our channel. It's 50 Plus Life 360, all squished together. If you squish all that together, it's 50 the number plus PLUS Life LIFE, and then the number 360. That is us, 50 Plus Life 360. And then you just add a @Gmail, and that's our email. So.
And you can take this Q&A if you'd like to give us some questions. That way we're pre-prepared for it.
Yeah.
Email us that and put Q&A as the what's it called?
Subject.
The subject at the top, and submit them to us, and we'll answer them on our live that day.
Yep, we'll do a giveaway / Q&A.
And put in there also whether we can say your first name or something, or what we can say, whether we can say your first and your last name, or we can say your first name.
Or if you just want to be anonymous.
Or anonymous for the Q&A.
Yeah, and then we'll answer some questions. We'll probably try to keep the giveaway live video, 30 minutes to 45 minutes at the most.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing on the agenda, we've got a lot of videos in the pocket that we just haven't put up. We got e-biking videos, we got RV videos, we've got some mobile home videos, we've got the last video we did about the mobile home alternatives. We've got one.
You mean tiny house alternatives?
Yeah, alternative to a tiny house, mobile homes. We've got another video from that we're going to get put up, and we have plans. We've been talking about this in the last mobile home video. We talked about we're trying to tour some tiny house factories, but a lot of these folks are just busy. We call one guy he has his factory right around the corner, and he's like, man, I'd love to have you guys over, love to let you videotape, love to let you see what we're doing, but he says I was out of town last week, had an emergency with my father. He fell and broke his leg. He's in the hospital. And he said, I just got back today. And he says, it's just overwhelming. Everything I got to catch up. But he says, if you give me about a week, you can come over, make an appointment. But everybody's getting to where they're like, make an appointment. But we found a couple tiny home manufacturers in Tennessee, close to us, probably 2.5, 3 hours away.
One of them's in Chattanooga area, and the other one is in the Atlanta area, East Atlanta.
East Atlanta, which is about 2.5 hours away from us. So we're going to try to make some appointments with those folks, get over there, tour their models. They're really nice tiny homes. We are seriously getting in the market for a tiny home.
We are. That's
one of the reasons we're finishing the kitchen project. We've got a few other projects around the house. But we're getting in the situation where we can get the house ready to go up for sale. Hopefully by the time we get the projects done, interest rates will go a little bit.
Yeah, we're hoping.
And it'll help the market a little bit. But that's kind of our plan, see where that goes. We are probably not going to rent land and do all that kind of stuff and pay
key fees. What is it called?
Yeah, key fees. Man, a lot of people don't tell you, but you guys got to think about that. Some of these tiny home communities and manufacturers, you're paying a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 key fee.
I think basically what you're doing is like paying for those manufacturers to set up your mobile home. I mean, not your mobile home, your tiny house, and to put in a water tap and the power pole or whatever it is you need, or underground power.
And a driveway,
So
your basic stuff.
You're paying for their like a mobile home park. Like
Right,
you're
right.
you're paying for them to set up their mobile home park, but it's a tiny home park.
Yeah, it's a tiny home park.
Yeah, that's
So
what you're.
they
you're
call
paying
these
for,
key fees.
I think.
And if you
Nothing against that. It's great for people that can't go out and purchase land and
Right,
have all
right.
that done, right, dear?
but if you're
It's a good opportunity.
but I'm just trying to say, if you're buying a tiny home for $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 and you think you're getting a superb deal, you probably are on a tiny home. But if you add another $30,000, $40,000 for the lot, and you have no ownership in the lot, you're going to rent the lot from them for $200, $300, $400, $500 a month.
right.
Just think about that stuff. Put it into your calculations and see if it works. See if $20,000 would buy you a piece of land somewhere, and then
Even if it's only an acre or two, right?
yeah, if it's even half an acre, whatever. But then you think about a septic and a power connection. If you buy the land in the right place, you've basically got your power, and then to connect to the grid is, or you might even want to live off grid, but to connect to the grid is a few $100 for the power company, because you're going to be their customer. They're going to do the connection basically for you, and then you've got to dig a septic and do a well. And in most cases, I've seen those prices in the $15,000 range.
Right. Or you can find a little city or town that has less restrictions that
Yeah.
you could use city water if it's available.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's nice too.
But I mean, there's different opportunities in the tiny home community that you need to look into to just make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck. I mean, you may have to pay for the land to be cleared. You might buy.
Right.
I know a guy that buys property that yeah, it needs to be cleared, but guess what? It's got trees on it, and when it gets cleared, he sells those trees to the people. They basically clear the land for free.
Right. And he pays for most of his land with that too, right?
Yeah, and then he takes that money and pays for the land. He buys the land, finances it, whatever. Then he gets it. He gets it cleared by the tree companies. And if he wants to put a home on it or something, he'll leave a spot clear. The rest of it, he'll just get replanted. He'll take the money. He'll let the trees grow 10 years. Boom. He takes that money from clearing the trees again and reinvest it. So, I mean, there's lots of opportunities out there with land. But if you're into living in the community and you're willing to pay key fees and rental, that's on you. That's fine.
Right. Or you could be a landlord yourself. You could go and you could buy a piece of land that does have the opportunity for city water, and you could start doing a key fee for your land.
Yep.
And set up a little tiny home community of your own.
Yep. Absolutely right.
You know?
And then you could buy one of them big bears that I showed in my video, one of those wood carved bears, and set it up at the front.
Or a Sasquatch.
Or a Sasquatch.
Right, because he loves Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah. What was that back there?
Oh, wow.
Did you guys see that? it was out. Oh, my. Wow. Look right above her shoulder. Right over.
Honestly, the Sasquatch is right there.
So, anyway. All right, what else we need to talk about?
Well, we said, I don't know if you're there yet or not, but we said that we were going to probably tell them where we're from.
Oh, yeah.
Originally.
We're just going to
we live in
drop a little
Alabama
bit.
now. You guys already know.
We're just going to drop a little bit in videos here and there, just sort of a little bit here, a little bit there, so you get to know us. But the Q&A coming up on the 17th, you guys can ask us whatever you want. So
Yes.
Anyway, you go first. Where are you from?
Originally, I am from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
And why do you have an accent that sounds like a Canadian?
Because I have an uncle that's Canadian, and I do have a little bit of French ancestry, maybe a little, but mostly English and Scottish.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But, yeah. Should I say anything else about it?
What to? Say house.
House.
Say about.
About.
Say mouse.
Mouse.
So you got that French Canadian going on. The mouse. There's the mouse about the house. So anyway, me, I'm from southern West Virginia. shout out to the Mountaineers and Oak Hill Red Devils. That's my hometown is Oak Hill, West Virginia. We always used to say Oak Hill. Oak Hill, like O.
Oh, kill what? Kill a deer?
Yeah, kill a skunk.
Oh, kill what?
Kill a matty baby. Kill a Sasquatch. But no, it always just ran together until the time I was about 5 or 6 and could read really well. I finally realized the town was called Oak Hill and not Oak Hill. Oak Hill. So anyway, but yeah, that's where I grew up. Stayed there till I was about 18, I guess, and moved to Virginia.
How old was I when I moved away from Virginia?
Well,
It was when we got married.
It was when
Well, a
Mariah
little
was
after,
born.
so yeah, Mariah
It was a month or two
born.
after Mariah was born, so that was 1995. So you were not quite. 95. You were 22,
Okay,
almost 22.
so there you go. I was in Virginia for 22 years
Yep.
until we moved back a few years ago.
Yeah.
I stayed a few years, and then here we are in Alabama.
Yeah,
But that's another story, though.
yeah, that's a long story.
Right.
But I landed in the same town she was from, and then
He came in on the Mayflower.
yeah,
Yeah.
landed on Fredericksburg Rock. But
Right.
I ended up in Fredericksburg, and my mother passed away not long after my mother and father moved there, because we had my brother had moved there. That's why I went there. My oldest brother had moved to Fredericksburg. Work was really good. There was a lot of work, a lot of growth and things like that. And I got out of high school, thought about the college thing, didn't work out for me, and needed some work because I was in West Virginia and it was kind of depressed at the time. So my brother's like, you ought to come up here. Everything's booming. So I moved to Fredericksburg. My brother-in-law and sister moved and brought their family. And then my parents was like, well, that's going to be 3 out of 5 of our children, because I was one of 5. Mm-hmm. They decided we're going to move there. So they moved there, and it wasn't a few months after we moved there, my mother passed away. So my dad, I was born to parents that were a little bit older. My dad was 47 when I was born. My mother was 40. And I was kind of the, oops, we wasn't expecting this. But my mom died when I was about 19, I guess it was. And so my dad, if you do the math, trying to do the math, he was in his late 50s, I guess. Maybe early 60s. I can't remember. Well, he was 47 when I was born, add 19. That's adding 20. That's 66. He was 66 basically when my mom died. And he was always playing guitar. And my niece had decided, he needs to do something. He needs to get out of the house, because I was working all the time. So she decided he needs to find something to do. Well, she ran into a lady at the supermarket that said, he ought to go listen to this group. They're called the Sunshine Singers, and they play at the local nursing homes. And if he plays guitar, maybe that'd be a good thing for him to get involved. So my dad, I ended up taking him to a nursing home. He got to know this guy named Ed, and be real friendly with Ed. And Ed invited him to play with him, so he started playing with him. They played old-timey gospel and old bluegrass country type stuff, and because they were older people, And then turned out that Ed was
my adopted father,
her adopted dad. Mm-hmm. And so we met. I saw her at the nursing home.
We met in the nursing home, and we're going to end up in the nursing home together.
So I remember something. I think Ed and my dad cooked something up, because my dad kept saying, you ought to talk to Ed. Thinks you're a nice guy. You ought to talk to his daughter and all this stuff. So I called her up. My dad had Ed's number, so I called her up, and she says, I asked her out, and she says, well, no, because I'm going to the beach with my family next week. So I said, well, how about the week after? And she says, no, because the week after we always go to Williamsburg and do all this and do this. So she says like 2 weeks of me being busy. I said, well, how about when everything's settled and done, we go out? And she said, yeah. So we ended up going out, and then that was pretty much it. So there you go. That's all you need to know this time.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of years later.
How many years?
No, I'm trying to connect the not just the married years, but the
We dated too.
Okay, so it was 1989 that we met. 1980. It's around his birthday when we met, actually.
So it's about 34 years. And then the craziest thing was like, we went out right after she got back from Williamsburg. And like 2 days later, she was in the hospital about dead.
Yeah.
Because she had went somewhere to eat with her aunt and uncle and cousin and got really bad food poisoning.
Right. And that place just, I heard, closed down the very next day or day after.
Yeah,
and they boarded the place up and just left, didn't they, dear?
Yeah.
I guess they had so many people that were
such
sick.
an outbreak. But she was in the hospital. I don't even remember. Was it 3 days?
3 days, yes.
Something like that.
They couldn't even find my blood pressure at one time, which was really funky.
Yeah. So
that was a different experience for a different day. I could tell you about this.
Yeah. So within a week of meeting her, she was in the hospital, and then pretty much her whole life she's been in the hospital.
I have, unfortunately. No, I haven't. Come on now.
She had cancer twice and a bunch of operations and then
some muscle problems, muscular sclerosis type.
And then she busted up her knee this past January.
And multiple breaks in my life.
Breaks and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just been those kind of roads. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we have talked enough, but don't forget, giveaway the 17th of November, and we will do a Q&A. So email or comment your questions into this video, and we will write them all down and answer them at the Q&A. Of course, it'll be live, so you will be able to ask your questions then, but if you ask them ahead of time, it's kind of like cheating. It's kind of like letting the kids practice the test before they take the test.
Right.
So we'll have good,
but it helps,
good
though.
answers.
It helps because then we'll have
well thought out answers.
Yeah. But we're not going to lie about it.
No. I mean, well thought out, and then we'll get an understanding of what you'd like to know about us. Mm-hmm. So we can continue.
I mean, we're not going to tell you our social security number and our debit card number, but you know.
No, or my PIN number.
Sorry, guys, over there in India or wherever it is that you're from.
But no. Anyway, we're going to let you go. I look forward tonight. We may get the other video up with the microwave deal with the DIY, but if you're not interested in that, you don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
Just open it up and hit the like button.
Hey, at least you can look to see what our kitchen looks like. You know,
that's true.
And now you see a little bit of our living room, because we usually like doing our videos outside because it doesn't look so yellow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's raining like today is. We haven't had any rain.
Too.
Haven't had any rain in Alabama for a long time, and there's been wildfires
and a lot of people are experiencing the same things around.
Burn bans and.
Hi, Mickey.
And hey, buddy.
You gonna say hello to everybody?
Say hi. Oh no, he doesn't want to look at the camera. He wants to look at us.
If you stop petting him, maybe he will turn his head.
Yeah, Mickey. Cats don't look where they point. Dogs do. No, cats maybe not.
Maybe not.
So anyway, but yeah, we got a little rain today, and it's been mucky and
hey, Mickey.
And foggy, so we didn't go outside to do a video.
Hi, Mickey.
And we didn't go to Mapco either, because they're converting the Mapco to a kangaroo.
Yeah, it's pretty
Circle
sad.
K. So
I mean, Mapco's got pretty colors, and Circle K has kind of 1970s colors, right? 1970s.
And a guy told us the other day, we were there, and a guy said, "Yeah, they're going to redecorate the whole place." I'm like, "You guys just built this like a year and a half ago.
Right.
Now they're coming in and just going to tear out all this."
I hope they don't get rid of our subway.
No, I think the subway's still going to be there. That's at least hope about that. So.
Anyway.
All right. Well, guys, y'all take it easy.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Don't forget, like,
share, and subscribe.
Yep. And
please, thank you. I appreciate it.
Big thing is share. I keep telling you this. You guys all got social media. You got Facebook. You got whatever you got.
It'll help us get to our numbers so we can give you more giveaways.
Yep, it sure will. But y'all have a good evening, and
Yeah.
take it easy. Take the fast way home.
Yes. Vroom, vroom.
Wrong hand again.
I know, right? Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.